So today's presentation for guitarists is about those occasions where you borrow a guitar or you play a guitar in a store and you just think, I have to have that. I have to have that guitar. Gear acquisition syndrome. Doesn't matter what it takes, you need to get it. I hope you enjoy the video. Now there's a backstory here which may go on for a couple of minutes, but if you check the timestamps in the description, it will take you to the end of the video where I did a full tune with this new guitar. So a couple of weeks ago I was in Germany with Twisted Nerve in Münster and we were borrowing gear. I borrowed a Squire Mustang. Now I've never played a Mustang in my whole life before. I had no idea what they were like, so I was worried it was a short scale and it'd have a skinny neck and I wouldn't be comfortable with it. It's got single coil pickups as well. But I plugged it in to a borrowed amp, a Roland JC 120, added a bit of overdrive and I was blown away. I was so happy with it. I thought, I'm going to have to get one of these. So about a week after that, I got in touch with Guitar and said I want to trade in 2 guitars and 4 pedals because I want to pop in and get one of the Ventera series Mustang guitars. So I'd arranged to take all this stuff in and I popped into Guitar and there was no Mustang there. I hadn't checked the stock. I mean, I hadn't told them what guitar I was coming in for. So I just showed up there with 2 guitars, 4 pedals, and I was in the shop and I went, you know what, I can't pop into a guitar shop with all this stuff and then just go back home. So I ended up buying the guitar, which wasn't a Mustang, it was this. I'll be doing a full video about that. So I ended up getting this guitar, I didn't get the Mustang. Then at the end of last week, I got an email from Chris, the manager at Guitar, about another matter which involves a pedal. Maybe show you here. Involves a pedal which I'm going to collect. I'll maybe blur this out because this is going to be a special video in a couple of weeks. So I had to pop in and get this pedal. It's a long story. So I'm in Guitar to get that secret pedal, and what was hanging up on the wall when I went to plug the pedal in to try it, what was hanging up on the wall was this fine example of a Fender Mustang here. So it was hanging on the wall. It hadn't been there the week before. I don't know if they just got in. It's a used guitar. And I just said to Chris, I says, I'll buy that. And he was like, you don't want to try it first? And I went, no, I just need to buy one. The gear acquisition syndrome was strong. I thought, I'm just going to buy it. You know, I had no plans to buy it because I just bought that other guitar the week before, but I just wanted to have it. You know, I had it bad. I had the G.A.S bad. So what do you think of it? Was it worth getting? Yes, it was absolutely worth getting. Like I say, it's used. It's a 1994 or 1995 Fender Japan 65 Mustang reissue, I think it is. It seems to be all original. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I was concerned about the nut width, but it turns out it's about 42mm, so it's very comfy, and that goes up to about 52 at the 12th fret. And the neck profile is really playable as well. Here's a look at the neck profile at the 1st fret and the 12th fret. So really comfortable to play. Now, as to these switches, now this is a true story, I'm not making this up. When I tried the guitar in Germany at soundcheck, like I said, I'd never tried one of these before. I had no idea how they worked. So at soundcheck, I was just kind of plinking these on and off, just hoping for the best, but it still sounded good. But after the soundcheck, we went back to the hotel for a while. I was straight online and watched a few videos on YouTube, people explaining how the switches on a Mustang work. So what it is, if they're both in the middle, none of them are on. When they're at either end, they are on. So if they're both the same way, then they're working together in series or in phase. But when they're opposite ways, they're out of phase. It's that legendary, I say legendary in air quotes, legendary duck quack sound. A sound that I don't use, if I'm being perfectly honest. But it's great, I'm really glad I got this. So the sounds, it sounds fantastic. Now these are single coil pickups, they're not particularly powerful. So I did this sound sample through like a Fender style amp. Really nice clean sounds through that Fender, quite chimey. Now again, like other guitars I've got that have out of phase positions, I'm not entirely convinced by the out of phase sound, probably not for me. But all in all, clean sounds, brilliant. Overdrive sounds. Let's listen to it through a Marshall. I think this is a JMP. See what it sounds like. Again, great sounds. They're not high output pickups, but they're still rocking though. They are still rocking. Again, out of phase, not convinced. So let's finally listen to some heavy metal sounds. Let's listen to some JCM 800 style sounds. So even at all out metal sounds, it still performs really well and it stays in tune, even with that bit of dive bombing at the end there. Came back up and it stayed in tune. So yeah, great playing guitar, great sounding guitar, and it's stable, the tuning. So I'm pleased with it. I like that scratch plate, pearloid scratch plate. So a used guitar, I mean, I tend to buy used guitars all the time. I don't really buy new guitars, that's not really my thing. So has it got any damage on it? Like say it's from 94 or 95. Well, you may not be able to see this, but the previous owner, for some crazy reason, I don't know why, has taken like steel wool or something like that and knocked all the sort of the gloss off the finish. I don't know why you would do that. All over the front and the back as well. I mean, you can see it in the sort of sunlight. I don't know what it'll look like under the lights on the stage. I don't know. There's a few nicks and dings as well, but all in all, for a guitar of this vintage, it's in good nick. It's in good nick. Plays great. D minor, the saddest of all chords. So you're maybe wondering, has he scratched the gear acquisition syndrome itch? I have for this week, or maybe for like a month or something like that. But if you're watching this video, I suspect you're probably a guitar player, somebody who has maybe more than one guitar, and you're always thinking of the next guitar, because something will turn up and you think, I need to get that, I need to get that. But at this point in time, the Fender Japan Mustang is my favourite guitar. I'm absolutely loving it. I might use it at my next gig. I think I've got a gig in 3 or 4 weeks. So I may take that to the gig. One thing I may do is, now please let me know in the comments on this, I think the pickups sound pretty good through the Kemper and stuff like that. And it sounded good on the one I used in Germany, just the square one, it sounded good. But I'm so used to humbuckers, I might look at getting like a little 59 in the bridge. What would you do? Would you put like a small humbucker in it, like the single coil size? I mean, I'm not going to route the body out for a full size humbucker. I'm not crazy, folks. So the final part of the video, I put together a quick tune. This is another one of these guitars which I was just so inspired with. This wasn't the video I was planning on making this weekend, but I just played that guitar when I got it back from the shop and I was like, I love this, I absolutely love it. It's like when I got that J.A.S Jazz Master. It's just really inspiring, you know, like it's a guitar that I've never sort of played before, short scale, and it just inspired me to make a noise, to make an indie alternative kind of noise. And here it is. As ever, folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.